back. It's 7:45 right now. The real estate market in Denver has been a hot topic, really, over the past couple of years. People flocking to our city, our home values going up. Booyah. According to the American City Business Journal's analysis of federal data, Denver is the second fastest growing housing market in the country. And real estate values have increased by an average of 45.5% in 10 years. So here's the deal. If you're going to sell your house, there are things you can do to make it more appealing. I mean, you probably won't have a hard time selling it because most people aren't these days, but you can get more money if you do it right. That's what we're saying. Hillary Oswald is here. She has some pro tips on how to make sure your house is staged correctly. Good to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
And you're from 5280 Home magazine. This is different than the typical 5280 magazine, right?
Right. It's the Home Design and Architecture magazine produced by the good folks at 5280. And we're published 6 times a year. You can subscribe just like you can to the regular magazine.
So it's like 5280, but specifically designed to talk about home and decor
and art,
and design and all that stuff. And let's talk about staging.
Okay.
And the first thing I said when I came over here, because, you know, I watch HGTV so much that I'm now an expert on this, but it seems like simplifying things is always the #1 thing.
That's right. You want to kind of clear out your home. You want to put away anything that's smaller than a football. That's kind of the rule of thumb.
Really?
So your bobblehead collection needs to be put away.
That's not me. It's a different guy.
Right. You want to photos flatten rooms, and so the first place people experience your home generally when they're home shopping is in a picture, you know, online or from your realtor. And so you want to kind of clear things out to make your room look more airy, more open, lovelier.
Is it okay to have pictures, like your family pictures out? Because I've heard that people like to envision their stuff in your house.
Right. You can keep a few pictures out. I mean, if you have one of those really popular gallery walls up in your home where your, you know, great Aunt Edna's,
cut it out?
That probably needs to go. But a few small pictures are okay.
What about decor? I mean, this is the right thing to do, right?
This is the right thing to do, yep. So once you've cleared things out, you want to also remove anything that's real stylized. So if you have like a throw pillow with a David Bowie picture on it, that probably needs to go. Well, you know, good guess. And then you want to put out some things that are just sort of generally appealing. You can style your coffee table with a couple of coffee table books. That's why they're called that. And, you know, a small plant always kind of warms things up. Succulents are really popular right now. Gives everything kind of a nice, clean look.
And you hate to be kind of generic, but it seems like in this case, maybe that's kind of the way to go.
Yeah, you want people to be able to sort of envision their own furniture and their own stuff in your space.
And these seem like very neutral, calm colors that aren't going to not offend, but put anybody off.
Right. And I think, you know, blues, greens, those are really popular right now. They're the color of nature. People tend to be drawn to them. So buy a couple new throw pillows. Yours have probably been sat on a few times and make things look a little fresh and new.
I have 3 kids. They've been more than sat on, Hillary.
I understand that entirely.
If only there was a David Bowie picture right here, then we'd be so much better. So what more will we find out in the article here in 5280 Home?
You know, you want to, like I said, remove any bright colors. You know, if you have a big accent wall that's painted, you want to get rid of that. You want to use rooms the way they're supposed to be used. So if you have, you know, a foosball table in the middle of your living room, you probably want to put that somewhere else. A lot of us have home offices where we've, you know, stuck an office in the corner of a room. You want people to not think, oh, this house is kind of squished, so they had to work this in. You want them to feel like, oh, this could totally work for my whole life, you know, whether I work from home or stay home with my kids.
Yeah, and speaking of kids, I've got 3. Do I de-kid my home?
Is that possible?
Well,
I've got 2.
But I mean, do we get rid of all those toys that are laying around?
You know, get some really pretty baskets. You can, with lids. You can have the kids throw their Legos in there when someone's coming to look for it.
Organize it. I like a trip to IKEA goes a long way.
I don't know that you can never get rid of them.
No,
I haven't succeeded in that so far.
18, 19, 20 years old, you never get rid of them.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I appreciate your advice here. 5280 Home, as she mentioned, this one's out every other month. It's on newsstands, but they just started a subscription on this as well. So it goes along with 5280 magazine. If you like 5280, you might like this too. And you can find more on newsstands right now. Greg, over to you. It's time to simplify your home, Greg.
I think I'm going to put, if I stage it, I'm going to put a big, you know, picture of Kirk Yonke like the crazy.